Hell no, shut up.
Mardi Gras! Let's go, let's go!
You didn't get up too early because if you went out early, you had the skeletons out there and everybody was afraid of them. So you waited till they would move, and then you go out, and we had one guy in another family who they were all our good friends, but their daddy dressed as the Wild Man. Wild Man Joe, good God. So we were afraid of him, so we had to wait until he would leave. By that time, the family would take you, and we went on Claiborne Street, because my grandmother lived on
So
Claiborne.
Mardi Gras was more of a family thing back
It was a family affair.
Okay.
Yeah, as we got older, you went out with your friends, and everybody had jeans and plaid shirts. No imagination. Yeah. But it was fun, because then we were by ourselves. But then again, even though we went out with a group of friends, everybody came back to Claiborne Street because your aunt lived there, your grandmother lived there, and they would feed us, and you had all the food and the drink that you wanted, so you didn't have any money to stay out anyhow. So Mardi Gras was a family affair. It was always several people, and nothing happened. Nobody had guns or knives. The worst thing could happen is a group of kids holding each other's arms and running through the crowd and maybe knock somebody down. And that was a big deal. You know, here those fools are coming, so you move.
For Mardi Gras, we didn't have, drive-by shootings and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure they must have had some, we used to have altercations with other people, but Mardi Gras Day was usually the day that you took care of all your business. You rat on me, I got you now.
Really?
And you got a mask on, so nobody knows who you are. We were gangs, but we weren't gangs that fought with knives and, if you couldn't beat a kid with your fist, then you just stay away from him.
Mardi Gras, my parents were not into Mardi Gras. So I never got taken to parades unless a neighbor took me. And as soon as I got a driver's license, I was gone. I was at every parade. The big difference between then and now are those doubloons. Doubloons. People would kill for doubloons. You had to watch. Grandma would step on your hand for a doubloon. It was like, that was sort of the measure of your success at a parade, was how many doubloons you came back with. It wasn't beads. There were no cups. That was, I don't even know if cups are the measure now. There were certainly no, all these novelty things that we get now. But it was just, no stuffed animals. Beads and doubloons primarily, but doubloons were the thing. That was like money. So then you could go home and play cards or something and play for doubloons. Oh, the other thing that I remember was the big warning thing about Mardi Gras was my parents had this thing about, I guess we were talking about this recently, how people weren't shooting each other, but it was the ice pick thing. It's like getting stabbed with ice picks. It's like, be careful out there, you don't get stabbed with that somebody doesn't stab you with an ice pick. I remember a story about my sister when she was 13, taking the bus downtown with her best friend and hanging out all day in the French Quarter at 13. I was like, I would never let my kids do that, ever. And my parents were just like, I think, I guess it was just so much, I'm sure a lot of the same things happened. People were kidnapped and there were still things going on, but I guess it was less promoted on the news. And so my parents were not that worried. They just really trusted the world to be okay with us, and it worked out.